Okay, the first thing that we've got to do is we need to um, first upload our thank you page, all of our pages to our website. Okay, so wherever you have this stored at, or I'm sorry, wherever you need an FTP client, and I like using um, uh, is FileZilla. Okay, it's free. You can just get it, I think, at FileZilla.com. But anyway, all you do is you browse to once you log in, you browse to My Weight Loss Online or whatever your story or whatever your domain name is, and then you go locate the file that you want to upload. And so I wanted to do the index and the thanks. Those are the two pages. So you select them like this, and then you just click and drag over to the folder. And I already put them in there, but you just go ahead and do that. And what it'll do is it'll just automatically upload them to your server, and now they're ready to go. Okay, so got that covered. Next thing we need to do now is to make the follow-up content. Now I have for you guys a set of 7 emails, swap files that you can use to kind of help get this thing started for you. Okay, these swipe files, they work pretty well for any niche. All right, and if you don't know really what to write in these emails, this will give you a good idea. But I'm going to go over the kind of system I like to use. Now, the first email is always going to be a thank you email. Okay, hey, thanks for purchasing. Here's your product, or thanks for signing up. Uh, Here's the product. Okay. Now the next email, because if they haven't, they obviously if they're still on this list by the second email, they haven't purchased yet. So I would just like to do a simple email saying, just reminding them, have you um, checked out the site? Okay. And I would just do this at 1 day intervals. So the very next day, hey, did you check out that site I told you about? All right. Now, we don't want to like pester them. We also want to build a relationship with them. So the third email, if possible, I would get an interview with product creator, an audio interview if all possible. Okay. And I'd say in the email, hey, just thanks for subscribing. Hey, I got some great content, or I got some great stuff for you today. I just was able to get an interview with the guy who made Fat Loss for Idiots, and he's a real nice guy. And in it, he reveals. Make sure you always tell them that they're going to get something out of it. In this 30-minute audio, you're going to get some free secrets on how you can lose weight using this system, and you can learn more about Fat Loss for Idiots by just this interview with this product creator. It's great. I'm excited, about it. Go listen to it, okay? So that would be like the third email. Fourth email, once again, more content. I would do, you got your interview. I would do another testimonial, or actually no, because it's more selling. I would do more direct content. I would do another tip or trick from product. Hey, I just made another video I want you guys to see, and then you can just redirect to another page. It's got a tip, a really powerful tip that you can use, and it's about, and do something specific. Say it's about how you can cook a really fancy steak dinner, that's all just red meat and potatoes, and how you can make it calorie free so you'll never gain weight from eating it, or, something like that. Or I've got a cool recipe that's good for weight loss that I think that you'll really like. Go to this video, and I'll tell you about how you can make it, okay? So something like that. That would be in the niche I'm talking about. You'd want to adjust it for obviously the product you are concerned with. So you've gotten 2 emails with just straight content. The fifth one, I would then be promotional. I would do another testimonial. So, hey, I just got an email in, or hey, I just found this other person who had used Fat Loss for Idiots. Check this out. This is what they had to say. Okay. Um, and then you would just go into your, kind of once again, send them to a video and read the story, tell the story. Okay. You could do it something like inspirational story. Okay. Um, then sixth email, uh, excuse me, sixth email, I would tell more about myself, um, kind of how I'm doing with fat loss for idiots, or the product. Hey, this is what's been going on ever since I got the product. Here's kind of an update on me. All right. Seventh email. This kind of would be the big call to action. This is where I would really drive it home. This is maybe where you could offer a coupon, if you could work it out with your merchant, or maybe offer um, another bonus on top. Okay, it's the big call to action. Um, you know, Also maybe point out the guarantee. So this is kind of saying, if you haven't bought by the 7th email, all right, I'm going to finally kind of put a little more pressure on you. I'm going to say, hey, get this. Now we've got a coupon. It only lasts for 24 hours, so kind of use scarcity. And there's no risk to you. There's this guarantee. So go check out the site now. And then what I would do after the 7th email is, if they still haven't purchased, I would do one more email. The 8th email would be, hey, just got word of this other cool diet that you may like, since you never, got my this product. Perhaps you'd be interested in this one. That's kind of what I would do. And then from then on out, so these would all be one day apart, these emails. So, and I would just And then what I would do is, from here on out, I would do another 9 through 14 emails about the second product, and I would space these out every other day, or every kind of fourth day, something like that. And then from there, I would just kind of stop having an auto responder. From there, it would just be broadcast emails and stuff. But they're more likely to buy within these first few days. Okay. Now, to keep the list warm, that way they could still respond to you, I would keep giving good content. So maybe once a month, create new content and send it to them. Broadcast. And you can do this with, you could broadcast just to the group of people who have gone through your email sequence entirely, and then just send a broadcast message to those who are not, or are past the 14th email, and just send it to them by giving them good content. That way, if you decide to make your own product, they're going to be more likely to respond, so you can keep them warm. Okay. So that's kind of how I like doing this. Be sure to check out the email swipe file. I've got just a ton of emails on how I've got the first 7 emails, how you would write it. Okay. And so that's how you go about doing that. In the next video starts kind of module 2. I'm going to talk about how you start off brand new, and how you kind of use these interesting techniques and tricks to start driving traffic and start exploding your list size without relying on Google or SEO. So this is Rob. Thanks for listening and watching. I will see you in the final video. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 6th and final video of this course. In this final video, we're going to talk about, of course, the important part, and that's driving traffic. And of course, we're not going to drive traffic using Google or SEO or any of that crap, because frankly, that stuff is hard. And, this is a little bit easier way of doing it. And so what I have is, you're going to kind of get started, because right now you don't have a list. Now, once you get a list of a certain size, you could start leveraging that list into getting more subscribers. And I have a complete 16-page e-guide called the Unique Traffic Guide that came with this course. It contains 22 unique ways to drive traffic to your list using your list for leverage. A lot of them use your list for leverage. Some of them don't really need necessarily a list. Some of them are just unique traffic ideas, but none of them require the use of you thinking about Google. Okay. You don't have to think about the search engines. And so that's the beauty of this system. And this is kind of where the magic happens. You've got your offer set up. You've got your squeeze page. All you have is a squeeze page, a thank you page, a few pages for content, that you'll give to your email list, and the rest is history. And I think I'm going to show you. This is the part where I'm going to show you where you don't have to you don't have to have a SEO'd site. You don't have to play into Google's hands. There are so many different ways to get awesome amounts of traffic that you never even have to worry about Google. People are obsessed with getting up in the top rankings, but when it comes down to it, you just don't need it, okay? And I've compiled 22 different ways of doing it, but there's hundreds of different ways. You just have to put your mind to it, and hopefully the guide will get you started thinking creatively about how you can get traffic. But getting started, you don't have anything. So the first thing that you really probably would best to be do is to start off with some article marketing. Now, article marketing, some of you will say, well, yeah, but that's search engine stuff. That's well, it sort of is. I'm talking about just pulling the traffic from the articles. I'm not really worried about ClickBank, or I'm not worried about article rankings. You can get 200 subscribers, and that's what I recommend starting off. Your target goal. You can get 200 subscribers to your list pretty fast. In fact, you could probably do it within a couple of weeks. And in order to help speed you along, I do have a WSO for article marketing that you can check out. The link is located right beneath this video. Okay, and it'll help you write articles in anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes in length. Instead of being massive articles, it will show you how to get traffic to them. If you want to get search engine rankings, you can use it for that as well. You can also, pre-sell your visitors, get massive click-through rates. I recommend that you check it out because it just works hand in hand. It works really, really well with this method. Okay. I also talk about in this unique traffic guide what is called a service swap, and I want to tell you about it now because I think it'll help. If you have 0 subscribers on your list, you can offer other people who have lists kind of almost like a job, where you're saying, hey, I want to do this service for you, but instead of you having to pay for it, I'll do it for you for free. So for example, the things people hate, an article marketing thing. Say, I'll write you, you find out, any guy in your niche and say, well, you've got a list of 3,000, 5,000 people, whatever. Um, if you would send a broadcast out to my list, or to your list, to send traffic to my list, I will write you, 100 articles, and I'll do it over the course of a month, and or 300 articles. I'll write you 10 articles a day, and I'll send them to you for a month. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, holy crap, that's going to take a lot of time. Well, yeah, but what he's just doing to you is giving you 3,000 subscribers for free. Obviously, if he has 3,000, you won't get all of them to opt in, but even after if you just get a 15% or even a 10% opt-in rate, that's 300 people right there, and that's enough for you to start doing these ad swaps and stuff I'm going to talk about in a second. But I mean, immediately you'll have a list, and 300 people. I mean, 300 people on your list, if you get just a 2%, 3% conversion rate, that might be 12 to 13 people, that purchase from you. That right there, if you did the Fat Loss for Idiots thing, that's like $500-600 right there. All right. So, you're writing, 300 articles, but you're starting your business off by immediately making money, and you're doing it without relying on Google at all. All right. So that's the service swap. The whole key with the service thing is to get people into it. You have to over deliver. You have to make them an offer they cannot refuse. All right. And for example, if they don't need your article writing, you can do what is called a 3-way deal. You find out what they need, say they need graphics or something else, and say, okay, well, I will go get you free graphics if you do this for me. And they'll say, okay, that's fine. And so what you do is you go find a graphics designer who has a website who will take your article marketing service and say, I'll write you 10 articles a day that will get you a lot of traffic and a lot of subscribers, if you will give me a free graphics package. And you'll, most likely say, once again, if you're over delivering, you'll say, okay. And then you go back to your original guy. Hey, I secured your graphics for you. Get in contact with this guy. He will give you a free package or whatever. And now will you please send your thing to my list? I'll start, or, set up a deal. I'll start sending you, your articles right away. Send him 10, 20, 30, and then have him broadcast out to his list. And here's the big thing, folks. you might be thinking, well, what if he doesn't trust me? What if he's worried about me, backing out? I mean, wouldn't he be afraid of that? Why would he? All he has to do is send out a single email. All right. If he doesn't pay you, quote unquote, and he never sends it out, then just stop writing the articles. If he, is worried about you taking advantage of him, there's nothing to worry about. He's sending out one article or one email. He's not losing his skin over this. It's not like he's losing a whole lot. And if he's worried about it, have him check out your offer and everything about you. And if he finds it's okay, then go for it. You just have to work out a deal and trust. But I mean, if you do this, you can do it right, and you can get a lot of subscribers pretty quick. And then after you do that, you'll have 200 subscribers. You can start doing ad swaps. Start contacting every person who is in your niche. Low level affiliates like yourselves that has small lists, and just email every single one of them and say, hey, I noticed you have a list. Do a Google search for them or whatever, and email them and say, I noticed you have a list. I know a fast way that we can build up our lists if we do an ad swap. I'll send a broadcast out to my subscribers if you send out a broadcast to yours, and we'll just do a straight up trade or whatever. Or I only have 200 people on my list. If you send out a broadcast message to your 200, I'll send them out to my 200. And you could potentially get 100 more subscribers, and he could potentially get 100 more subscribers. And then what will happen? Well, then you'll have 300, and the next guy you could send 300, and then you might get 150 more. So then you have 450. So by the end of the month, you have 450, and you have made $700. All right, seem pretty good? I bet it does, and you just keep repeating until you get a decent amount. Once you start getting, 400 or 500, you can start using this stuff in the Ultimate Traffic Guide. You can start using leverage in other ways. You can start doing all kinds of different ways to get traffic, and you can do it with leverage. And you don't ever have to worry about the search engines. You don't ever have to worry about Google or whether you'll get slapped. You'll have your customers, you'll have your subscribers, you'll have your entire business, everything you need right there for you. Your email list, just start finding more products to cross promote to. More stuff on the back end. You can make your own product. In fact, you just have this list. It's an invaluable resource, and so definitely worth doing. Okay, and so I definitely highly recommend that you check it out. Now, as I said, a lot of you more advanced members, you're going to think, well, this whole course has been great for newbies, but how does it help me? Check out the Unique Traffic Guide. Free giveaway rights on it. You can freely give it away. So an incredible bonus for you. It'll go through and it'll teach you. I hopefully teach you something new. And as I said, this course was $7. If you felt like you didn't get your value out of it, just email me back and I'll refund you without a question. Okay. Or PM me on the Warrior Forum. So this is Rob. Thank you so much for going through my course. Remember to check out the other bonuses, the emails, the email swipe file that I've got, as well as the ebook. All right, and enjoy. Go start making a lot of money. This is Rob. Thanks for watching. I'll check you guys out later.